Please welcome to the stage, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Thank you all for being here to make certain that the next Congresswoman from the 11th Ohio District is Nina Turner. Now, I'm here in Ohio today for a number of reasons. I would have come because Nina is a close personal friend of mine and somebody I admire. That's a reason to be here. I would be here because Nina is one of the smartest and hardest working people that I know. And that's a good reason to be here. But the real reason I am here and I speak is chairperson of the Senate Budget Committee. The real reason I'm here is we desperately need her in the U.S. Congress. Now, I know that in my state of Vermont and here in Ohio, there are a lot of people who have lost faith in government. They're working longer hours for lower wages. They can't afford childcare, can't afford health care, can't afford to send their kids to college, can't get a vacation, paying half of their income for housing if they're lucky enough to find decent housing. And they are saying, hey, does the government in Washington worry about anybody other than the billionaires? And they're looking around and they're seeing the very, very rich getting richer. And some of them now, they don't even have to worry about what goes on Earth. They're off in outer space. But Nina Turner and you and I, we do have to worry about what's going on in Vermont, in Cleveland, and on Earth. We have to worry that children in this country are going hungry. We have to worry that 90 million Americans are uninsured or underinsured. We have to worry that our young people can't afford college or are leaving school deeply in debt. Now, I know that in the midst of all of that cynicism, people say, well, what difference does it make? Who cares if Nina wins or not? Let me tell you what difference it makes. Let me tell you what policy is about. For years, and I and Nina and Keith Ellison and Cornel West and others, we've been all over this country talking to 10,000 people, 20,000 people. And we have demanded and fought for a government that works for all, not just a few. And all over this country, people are beginning to stand up. They say, wait a minute. I'm working for 10, 12 bucks an hour, and billionaires don't pay anything in federal income taxes. That ain't right. I see people sleeping out on the streets and large profitable corporations shut down in America and they're moving abroad. And that ain't right. And so as a result of the work of Nina and Keith and Cornel and you and millions of Americans, we have started asking questions that this country has never asked in a very long time. And the result of that is we are transforming politics in this country and in Washington, D.C. A few months ago, just as an example, and I want to talk to people who have kind of given up on politics. I want to make the case that they should come out and vote for Nina. Just a few months ago, 5 o'clock in the morning, I think, we voted to pass the American Rescue Plan. Vice President had to come in and cast the deciding vote because we couldn't get one Republican in the Senate to support that legislation. This is what policy is about. As a result of that one bill passed by one vote at 5 o'clock in the morning, tens of millions of American families are receiving and have received checks of $300 per child. Nina Turner, for years, has paid attention to the disgrace of America having the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country on earth. And do you know what that one piece of legislation did? One piece? It lowered childhood poverty in America by 61%. At a time when millions and millions of people lost their jobs through the pandemic, that legislation extended and expanded unemployment benefits. We added a $300 supplement on top of the normal unemployment. At a time when in my community and in Cleveland there were long lines of food, long lines of working people desperately in need of food, we put billions of dollars to make sure that Americans will not go hungry. And I mention that just to show you that policy matters. That the work that you have done, these things didn't happen by accident. We created a climate by which the president did the right thing, and we had a majority of Democrats in control of the House and Senate who were prepared to do the right thing. But that is just the start. I need Nina Turner in Washington to make certain that not only do we pass a strong physical infrastructure bill, but that we pass an even more important human infrastructure bill. Nina Turner will fight alongside of me to make sure that this $300 child tax credit doesn't last for 1 year, but is made permanent. Nina will stand along with me to revolutionize the way we do child care and pre-K in America. We are fighting right now to have universal free pre-K for 3- and 4-year-olds, and to make sure that no working family in America pays more than 7% of their income for child care. How's that? Nina Turner will stand with me and say that in the richest country on earth, we will not be the only major nation not to guarantee paid family and medical leave. Nina will stand with me in saying that today we have got to expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing aids, and eyeglasses. But Nina knows that expanding Medicare is the right thing, lowering the cost of prescription drugs is the right thing, but that we have got to go further than that and join every other industrial country, guarantee health care to all, for Medicare for all, single payer healthcare. Legislation we're working on would make community colleges tuition free. And you know what that means? Killer Mike and I were talking about this earlier because he's actively involved in this. Gives young people the training they need to go out and get the good jobs. And we got to do that. But Nina Turner and I understand that that's not enough. That we need to make all public colleges and universities tuition free. Nina Turner and I understand that in the midst of this massive income and wealth inequality, yeah, we are going to ask the rich to start paying their fair share of taxes. And I'll tell you something else that Nina Turner knows, because she's been all over this country. She's seen it with her own eyes. Despite what our Republican colleagues think, Nina Turner knows not only that climate change is real, but it's an existential threat to our country and the world. And Nina knows that we can create many millions of good paying jobs as we transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainability. Now I know that Nina and my good friend Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was here last week. And Alexandria has been fighting hard, and we are going to bring this about with Nina's support for a civilian climate corps. We're going to put billions of dollars into that program, and what that means, and I say this to the young people, it will give the young people of this country the opportunity, getting decent pay, decent educational benefits, to roll their sleeves up and help save this planet. We need you. Now, to me, what is really remarkable about this particular election is the incredible amount of money that the powerful special interests of this country are spending trying to defeat Nina. So I asked the people of Cleveland a very simple question. I want you to think about this. Why is it that the drug companies and the insurance companies and the fossil fuel industry and Wall Street and people who supported Donald Trump are pouring millions of dollars into this campaign to defeat Nina Turner? And the answer is pretty simple. They know that when she is elected, she is going to stand up and take them on in the fight for justice. Nina Turner also understands, and I suspect she understands it more today than ever before, that we need real campaign finance reform so that billionaires can't buy elections. how disgraceful it is that these big money interests, they don't have to disclose who they are, pouring in huge sums of money. Let me conclude by just saying this. You're looking at a guy who won his first election as mayor of Burlington, Vermont by 10 votes. After a recount. So I know about close elections. My suspicion is that here in the middle of the summer in Cleveland, the voter turnout is probably going to be fairly low, which means that every single vote counts. We don't want to wake up on Wednesday morning to find out that Nina lost by 20 votes or 50 votes. So I'm here to just urge you that if you want somebody in Washington who throughout her entire life, and I know Nina well, and in the deepest part of her soul, believes in justice, believes in economic justice, racial justice, social justice, environmental justice. If you want somebody who's not going to be just another member of Congress, but somebody who has the guts to speak out on the important issues and fight for working people, I am here today to urge you to elect Nina Turner as your next member of Congress. Thank you. Been to dozens and dozens of rallies all over this country with Nina, and it's always the case that she introduces me. And very often that's very difficult. I have to follow her speaking. That ain't easy. So today it is my distinct pleasure, wonderful pleasure, to introduce to you the next member of Congress, Nina Turner.